What's going on, Nerd Army guys? Welcome to the newest episode of Nerds Mirai. Tonight we will be reviewing another episode of American Horror Story Cults. Now this season has gotten crazy. This is episode number 3, titled Neighbors from Hell. And this episode did not let me down at all. It was fucked up, to say the least. But we start this episode off where we ended the last one. Allie shot Pedro outside her house. We start this episode off with Pedro's body being wheeled off, and Allie turns with her door shut, turns and looks back, and Detective Samuels is in her house, and he is telling her she's fine. She's like, I'm in a lot of trouble, aren't I? And he's like, no. There is a stand your ground law in Michigan where it says that you felt threatened by a shadowy figure. You shot him to defend you and your family. You're fine. Now, if you guys don't remember, this references to the George Zimmerman case, where George Zimmerman shot Trayvon Martin in cold blood. Allie and Ivy try to go to their restaurant, but outside their restaurant is an army of protesters holding up pictures of Allie's face and saying that they want justice for Pedro, and just protesting all outside of their shop. And while all this is going on, you also get a newscaster that is recording the protests and calling her the female lesbian George Zimmerman. So if you guys didn't get the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman tie-in before, they kind of spell it out for you in the newscast. Then we get to see Harrison and Meadows' house. They're sitting there watching TV, and Harrison looks over with a little grin and a smile, and there's Detective Samuels. Now, I'm not a detective, but isn't it bad for a detective to be hanging out with people that just moved into a house? He just investigated the murder of other people that just lived there like days before that. Kind of creepy, I think. That's just me, though. Whatever. Now, Ivy is a character I really want to talk about, because Ivy seems like a character I just can't put my finger on, okay? Now, I see her as the caring wife, the spouse to this woman that's just breaking down, and someone you love breaks down, you stand your ground, you hold tough, and you help them through it. I see her as that person. But at the same time, I also see her as, this crazy bitch is in on it. And that's what I keep telling my wife, and she doesn't think it's true, and I told her, watch, she's in on it. All the reason this is all targeting Allie could be because of Ivy. What if Ivy's the big boss? What if Ivy is Kai's boss? I know, guys. It could be. We'll have to wait and see. So Harrison and Meadow were kind of talking shit at the beginning to Allie, calling her a racist and wearing sombreros, coming over to her house because they feel that she shot Pedro because she's racist and she's white privileged lesbians, and there's all kinds of different fucked up insults in this. Then we get to see she just kind of blows up, because then there's a Craigslist ad put on the internet saying, come to our house, we're 2 lesbians that need some hard cock. And so this fucking guy walks in their house, takes his clothes off and just starts jacking it in their living room. She's like, get the fuck away from us, motherfucker! Freaking out, okay? I would too. What the fuck? It says, don't call, don't ring the doorbell, just come in and give us your beef. What the fuck? Whoever did that is a dirty motherfucker. So Allie thinks it's Harrison and Meadow that are doing all this shit and doing all kinds of other shit to them. But at the same time, it could be. One day, when Allie and Ivy were out, Winter was at the house with Oz, and Harrison and Meadow bring Oz a gift. They bring him a guinea pig. And this guinea pig is supposed to be like a peace offering, is what they said. So Allie walks over there, takes it as like an insult. You know, we can't keep it. You're trying to crush my son, blah, 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 all this other stuff. You're trying to hurt him. So all in all, this shit starts going down. Okay, so we're kind of like finding shit out as it goes along. And it gets kind of fucked up. So the family, they have a little family night at the restaurant. Ivy, Allie, and Oz. They all go have a little family night at the restaurant. And as they come home, Allie surprises him before they leave the restaurant and says, you can keep the guinea pig. She wasn't going to allow it, but she decides, I love my son, I'm going to let him keep it. So he's like, oh, I'm going to go tell Mr. Guinea that we're going to keep him. And Oz runs into the house. They run in right behind him. And after they see the mark, the smiley face on the fucking door, running right behind him to find Mr. Guinea was in the microwave. And he blows up and the kid sees it. What the fuck? So Allie runs straight over to their house, flips the fuck out, saying that they did it. Why would you give a kid a gift and then kill it the next fucking second? Flipping out on everyone, just losing her goddamn mind. Punches Harrison. It's pretty intense. So at the end of this episode, we get to see Harrison running out as all the police are around after this crazy shit happens. And he's covered in blood, and he's saying that Meadow's gone, and he woke up and he rolled over and there's fucking a puddle of blood. And she's not there, and what the fuck did you do with Meadow? And blames Allie and starts running at her all crazy. Cops tackle him, he gets arrested. Crazy shit's happening. Oz runs into the house, and yeah. There are two characters introduced in this, Rosie and Mark, and they die in this episode. So they are another patient of the psychiatrist that Allie sees. Now, this doctor, I always thought this fool was kind of creepy since the first episode, since we first see him, but in this episode, it makes me think that he's part of this. He is part of this cult, and he's just warping her and feeding them all of her freaking fears and emotions and how she's feeling and her anxiety and what triggers everything. He's feeding it to this cult to make it even worse on her. That's what I think, personally. I don't know for sure. But we get to see also, the reason I came to this conclusion is because of the fact that all this crap's happening to Allie, when at the beginning of this episode we get to meet Rosie and Mark, who were having issues and going to the same psychiatrist, talking to him, her biggest fear was being sealed in a coffin. She has fears about breathing it. She has dreams, nightmares all the time. That's her biggest fear. He knows her phobia. I think because that happened, when she got home, her and her husband were sealed in fucking coffins and bolted shut. Her biggest fear. Who gave the clowns the idea to seal them in coffins? The psychiatrist. But that's my opinion, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I love this episode. It was so cool. We got to see Mr. Guinea. Bye-bye, Mr. Guinea. What's up, bro? Mr. Guinea. Forever. All right, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments down below. And what do you think about my theories about Allie? And what do you think about my theories about Ivy being a part of all this shit? And the psychiatrist. Do you think he's part of it too? Let me know down in the comments down below, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the videos I put out every day. And also, guys, the rest of our team puts out some great content, so check out all the content we all put out right here on the channel every single day. And I hope to see you guys next time for another American Horror Story Cult Review.